Hello friend, and welcome to Wellbeing Café. Thank you so much for joining for another Yin for Tight Bodies, a series we have started on the channel for those who would like to gain further flexibility in their bodies, but are pretty tight and stiff as a whole. I myself am still working through a lot of different areas in my body, such as my hips, to gain more flexibility and more mobility. To do this, we're using the practice of yin yoga, getting into our deeper tissues through long holds. For today's practice, we will be getting into the shoulders, the chest, the upper back, and the psoas. This is especially nice for anybody who rounds down a lot throughout the day, maybe a goblin pose with the computer work, or if you drive a lot or in a seat a lot, then having some additional time with the psoas can feel really nice. If you would like to check out the rest of our practices in our Yin for Tight Body series, please check out the playlist that is in the description down below. Additionally, we have over 40 yin videos that are primarily done by Julia, so if you're looking for a more advanced practice, then our full yin playlist will also be in the description down below. During our practice today and all of our yin practices, there is a timer in the top corner. This will tell you how many seconds have passed in the pose out of how long the pose is being held. For every yin pose, it is truly a journey, so meet your body wherever you are at, and know that you can leave the pose early if it feels too intense or you've reached kind of your goal or your edge for now. Yin yoga is made to be rather intense. It is not made to be a relaxing stretch. If you're looking for more of that kind of a practice, then check out our recovery playlist, which is also in the description down below. As such, using the timer can be really beneficial because every time you come back to a practice, you can work to hold for 5 to 10 seconds longer, and this can allow you to gain further flexibility over time. For our practice today as well, the first few poses can be done in any seated position. So if you'd like to be on your knees, cross-legged, or if you would like to prepare a chair, any of those are welcome. What matters most is that your lower half is comfortable while we are in our yin poses for the upper body. For our practice, you will need to be next to a wall, as this will support us in the poses and give you some wonderful, not just yin poses, but stretches that can be done throughout any time in your day as well. I would also recommend having one block just for some additional support and a blanket to go under your back knee in our psoas stretch, as well as for any other time where it could support you. Thank you so much for joining, and we will begin in a comfortable seated position of your choice with your back against the wall. Settle into this seat with the option to bring a blanket or anything else underneath your hips to help support you. Ensure that your feet don't sickle as we arrive. Relax your shoulders down against the wall behind you and feel the support. Close your eyes and observe your breath. As we begin to connect with the body, to any subtle sensations that arise, just observing as every breath brings you into a deeper state of presence and awareness. Begin to deepen your breath. Feel the expansion across your chest, as well as the release away from your shoulders. Lean into the support behind you as you breathe in. And feel the shoulders go down across the support as you breathe out. Come to the breath that is available to you. No need to be extremely deep. Just meeting your body wherever you are at today. Releasing the observation of the breath. Inhale, stack your spine. Exhale, slowly blink open your eyes. Take shoulder rolls, one direction. Change the direction, going at whatever pace feels right to you. As we get lightly into our body, remove any kinks from the day, any initial areas, before we get fully into our yin poses. From here, we'll come to any comfortable seat next to the wall. So instead of having your back against the wall, we'll actually have our chest against the wall. It may feel nice to be in a kneeling position for this pose, with the blanket directly underneath your knees. As you arrive, bring your left arm out to the side. Push your left hand against the wall, slowly lean into the wall, and rotate your chest outward. You may want to bring your knees to the side in any comfortable way that feels good. Maybe you sit back to the heels as you push your hand against the wall, and then slowly release. Allow all tension to melt away from your body. Readjust the position if this does not feel right, if something feels wrong. You may feel this in your chest on the left side, as well as your left shoulder. This pose will be held for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but know that you can leave the pose whenever feels right to your body. The timer is in the top right corner for that specific reason, so that if at any point in time you are working up in a specific pose, you can always come back to a practice and hold it for just 5 or 10 seconds longer each time. And come back to your breath, especially if you are beginning to feel an intensity. We don't want any pain in the pose, but we do want the pose to feel at the edge, looking for the edge of where flexibility is at, releasing the top layered muscles to get into the deeper tissues, and then through finding that edge, not necessarily a pleasant stretch, but also not pain, we can really allow our bodies to become more flexible. And as you feel this intensity, know that you can always come back to the breath, and the breath can really help to find deeper release and keep you steady. Inhale. Exhale. The right hand can support you against the wall. Slowly lift your upper body off of the wall. Allow the left hand to come down with control. And move the left arm however feels right. Forwards and back, side to side. Any other counter movements. With the option for a counter hold, bringing the left arm against the wall facing forward so the fingertips are in front of you. For closed wing, we'll be coming into a more full version of this momentarily. But for the moment, if you would just like to linger in the counter sensation, you are welcome to do so. Switch to the opposite side, coming through center. Maybe you come through tabletop. Readjust any props if you notice that there was something else you would like, such as a double padded blanket or less padding. Find a seated position that's comfortable for you, and start with your chest facing towards the wall as we bring the right hand against the wall. Shift closer by, slowly lower your right shoulder towards the wall, and then peel your chest away from the wall. This may look different than how it looks in my body. You may be closer to the wall and just pushing lightly, or you may be much further and have even more range of motion and flexibility in your chest and shoulder. Wherever you are at, change from a pushing sensation or any amount of sensation and engagement to a release. Allow the muscles in your upper half to release tension, to release engagement, to come into a deeper space of relaxation. Once again, finding the edge on this side. As we move through any pose as well, it's important to acknowledge that we are asymmetrical beings. And how this position feels on one side or how far you may be able to go may be different. This is largely due to the activities we do day to day, such as using a right-handed mouse or driving with the right foot or the left foot. And as such, acknowledging and becoming aware of these asymmetries can be really beneficial for your long-term journey in yin, as well as any yoga or movement practice. And it's important to acknowledge them so that we can account for them in ways in which we change the poses. So just notice on this side how your right arm feels. How is it different? And breathe into that difference that you notice. Inhale. Exhale, use your left hand to push against the wall and to slowly move you away. The left hand can support the right shoulder as you slowly lower. Maybe you turn the knees towards the wall, the chest towards the wall before you lower the right hand all the way down. Tap out through the fingertips, move through the shoulder. Sometimes after yin, your body may feel rather sore. And that is perfectly okay. That is a natural response. Again, we are lengthening or stretching through our deeper tissues. Take any other movements or the counter pose of our momentary closed wing. Come back to center, and we'll switch to the other side. Flipping ourselves back around. We're not doing the same pose again. This time we will be doing our closed wing pose. So the left arm will come across the chest against the wall. The wall is a wonderful support for this to allow you to find even more depth and the right level of depth so that you're not going too far. Alternatively, you can also use your right hand and pull the left arm in as long as you relax it. Or you could use the legs as well. If you're using the wall, turn towards the wall, bring the left hand across the wall, and then slowly turn your body so that you're against the wall. The chest is squared down as you lean in. Maybe you change the positioning of your legs to help you find further release or a more comfortable position. And readjust if something doesn't feel right. If you find as well that you're not close enough to the wall with kneeling, with being on your knees, it may be nice to kneel or to even stand. And standing can also be something you can do in any of these positions. Alternatively, if the wall does not work for you or you would like to try something different, you can bring the feet flat on the ground and give yourself a hug with both arms. The left arm underneath the right to start. Bring the elbows down in between the legs. Round forward. As you round, pull the legs apart. Allow the knees, as they widen, to pull the shoulders so that your shoulder blades are pulling away from one another. And this will also help you find closed wing. Just a different variation. You may feel this position in your left shoulder, in your left bicep, and in your left shoulder blade. Inhale. Exhale, use the right hand to support you away from the wall. Slowly lower the left arm down. And bring movement to the left shoulder, very gentle counter movements, with the option to take an open wing, to peel your chest open. Before coming back through center and to the opposite side. As you come to this side, prepare the right arm, extend it out to the side, and turn the chest into the arm. Pressing the arm against the wall, find a deep level of release. The left arm can always support the right arm. Come to the depth that feels available to you. And breathe into the release of the right shoulder. If you would like to take the seated variation, knees towards the ceiling, toes flat on the ground. Cross the right arm underneath the left this time. The elbows go between the knees. Round forward. And then open the knees to pull the arms and the shoulder blades apart. As mentioned at the beginning of this practice, both open wing and closed wing can be just wonderful poses to do throughout your day. They don't always have to be done in the form of yin. They could be more active and more a stretch for any of the computer work that you have done or for any driving. Especially open wing is one of my absolute favorite poses. Wherever you are, whatever position you are in, continue to breathe. And let every exhalation guide a deeper level of release through the right shoulder, the right fingertips. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come out of the pose. Support yourself in any way that feels right, moving with control as you come into your counter motion. With again the option of open wing on this side. Before we come back down through center, if you are standing or in a chair, we will slowly make our way down to the mat for our Psoas yin pose. This pose will also be held for 1.5 minutes. Come into tabletop position or from any other way you would like to arrive, such as using blocks or using a chair. Bring your right foot to the outside of where your right hand would be in tabletop. So lift through the right leg, circle it up and around, and step it forward. Walk the right foot so that the knee and the toes are in alignment with one another. Bring your entire body next to the wall to support yourself and play with the positioning of your back knee. You can walk the back knee further forward to find less sensation and can walk it further back to find more sensation. The goal is to feel something in your left psoas as you pull the right hip back and left hip forward and release further into the pose. Hands can stay on the thigh or can come down to a block. This especially can get you deeper into the right hip as well. A chair or the wall can also be used to support you in this position. Push into the top of your back foot to alleviate any pressure from the knee before releasing deeper into the position. Alternatively, if dragon does not feel good to your legs, come all the way down to your back with the option to bring a blanket folded underneath your lower back to prop up your hips slightly. Bring your right knee into your chest and hold the right leg here. Relax into the position. This will still allow the psoas to open up on the left side. And the larger the prop is that you have underneath your hips, the more psoas extension or the more hip extension you'll be able to get to find a deeper release in the psoas and eventually gain more flexibility. Once again, as you are here in what is known as dragon pose, what's most important is that your knees feel safe and that the sensation is intense in your left psoas, but it is not painful. Again, we do not want any pain. From this position, you can remain exactly as you are, holding the body upright or down on a block, or bring the right hand back behind you for a twist, finding not necessarily our open wing once again, but turning the entire torso towards the wall. Lean against the wall while keeping your structure through your lower half of the body. And breathe into your body. Let the twist be from the belly button. Every inhale brings your spine taller. Every exhale deepen to what is available. And if this does not feel right, if you do not like this variation, it doesn't feel good to your body, then please come out of it and come back to a normal dragon pose. Bring awareness to the sensation that you feel. Can you release even more around that sensation? Release hold of the muscles to allow the deeper tissues to be further accessed. Inhale. Exhale. Use the wall to support yourself out of the pose. Slowly unwind the twist. Bring the right arm back in. Come back towards center. And straighten out through the front leg. Maybe use a block to support you. Coming into half splits, long through the spine. Move between the two positions. And make your way back to tabletop pose. From here, we will come to the opposite side. So spin around on your mat. And we'll make our way to dragon here. Readjust your blanket if you would like it to be underneath your knee. Bring your block with you. And take whatever journey you would like to bring your left leg to the front of the mat. Maybe you inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee, open the hip, and step the left foot to the top of the mat. Walk it in so that the knee is in alignment with the ankle, in alignment with the toes facing forwards. Walk over to the wall. Once again, if you would like to take the laying version, then start on your back. Bring some sort of object underneath your hips. Maybe you want to try something more like a yoga block. To raise up into a supported bridge-like variation, like pose. Keep your right leg on the ground as you bring your left knee towards your chest. Readjust the prop if it does not feel good, and find a sensation through the top of your right psoas, potentially through your left hip. Readjust the position. Check in with your back knee. Notice the sensation in your right psoas. Does it feel okay? Does it feel like the amount of intensity you would like to find? And then release deeper into the position. Maybe you bring the hands to the thigh or you come down to a block. An option to stay here as you are, or follow me into the twisted variation. Maybe you bring your entire body closer to the wall as you raise up. Inhale to create length through the spine. Exhale, extend the left arm behind you, twist through the torso, twist from the belly button. And slowly lean against the wall with the twist. Readjust the back leg, readjust both legs really, to make sure that your foundation is still strong, and square through your hips to keep the sensation in your right psoas. Readjust if the sensation has changed, if you'd like more or less. And then relax into the twist, relax into the pose. And know that every pose, especially in yin, is truly a journey. That at any point in time, if something does not feel right along this journey, you can always change the position. You always have permission. In yin in particular, the longer we're holding poses, the more likely a release of deeper tissue is, which may help you to find a deeper edge, but you may need to readjust to find that new edge. Or it may invite fatigue into the body, and you may want to come out of the position early. What matters most is that you listen to your body and you allow it to be a journey, just like the entirety of our journey into flexibility is as well. Inhale. Exhale, use your right hand against the wall. Slowly support yourself as you lower the left hand and unwind the twist. Release the hands down towards the ground or block. Shift back through your knee, straighten out through your front leg to find a half splits variation. Move forwards and back or stay in a space of stillness, whatever feels good to you. That's what matters when we come out of these poses, these long holds, is we just want to find something nice. Some sort of counter movement or counter feeling. Come back through center. Take your journey, whatever that journey is, to get back to tabletop. Into any comfortable final position of your choice. This could be a seated position, this could be standing, it could be on your back. And as you make your way into this final resting pose, I would like to say thank you so much for joining for our yin practice today. Thank you for joining me on a journey of flexibility and spending time for your body and the healthy movement of your body for years to come. Thank you for being part of our community. And if you are not yet subscribed, we would love for you to officially join the Wellbeing Café community. If you are staying for our short guided mindfulness, I will bring you there now. And if not, may the rest of your day take you to beautiful places. Whatever pose you come to, whatever form you find yourself in, readjust to find a complete place of comfort, followed by a place of stillness. Bring awareness back to your breath. And allow every breath to release tension from your body and to guide you into a deeper state of relaxation, ease, and peace. Bring awareness from your breath to your shoulders. Release tension from the shoulders. Awareness to the chest. Release tension. The upper back. And down the arms. Awareness from the fingertips to the hips. From the hips to the tops of the thighs, the psoas and quads, into the hamstrings. Release this observation and inhale deeply. Exhale and let go of everything. Allow yourself to just be. You may stay here as long as feels right. Thank you for practicing with me today. And may wherever your day takes you next, be someplace beautiful. Take care, friend, and we'll see you soon.